Hey guys, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you here again for our next episode for our Naba series we currently have going on. Today we're going to be going through turn 7 to 12 here, getting the next 6 turns knocked out, especially here early on in the game. I don't mind going through those turns relatively quickly. So let's go through some of the events we've had here. We searched, no magic sites were found. We had a crippled units down the march. We have 3 independent battles here and a few unexpected events. Oops, had a hiccup there. So let's go ahead and watch the battle here in Copper Woods. Now this is against the Ichthyids, if I remember correctly. You see, we already have a few volleys come in and dealing significant damage here to these Ichthyids. I mean, you have to think they have very, very low prot. They have no shields. At least the armored ones, at least they have a shield and a little bit of armor. Looks like we have a cold bolt or something along those lines coming in. Let me see if I can just pause it. Yes, it is a cold bolt. You see we have all of these falcons here finally coming in. Now let's actually look at their stats here. We have an attack skill of 12 and a defense skill of 16, so these guys are going to be tough to hit, but when they do get hit, they're going to be killed. 2 hit points, 0 protection, of course. They have a dive attack and they have talons. Now I wonder if a dive attack is almost like a lance attack. Yeah, it's basically like a lance attack. I don't know if you get first hit on that or not, priority on first strike. But it says this weapon can only be used once each battle, and I'm sure that's only, well, as soon as they fly down, that is their dive attack. And next they have the Talons, and these are both length 0 weapons here. But the attack skill here for the dive attack, a very good chance of it hitting here. Might be dealing some chip damage depending on what you're fighting. Now the Talons, 3 damage, I mean, when you're fighting these Ichthyids here, you might be able to get chip damage in. If not, you're just there to cause them to kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say hold them up. It's kind of more of a hold up, kind of distraction type thing. You see, even back here, we do have a few on the Shaman here in the Commander, so that is going to be holding those up as well. A little bit of damage being dealt here and there, not too much. 5-2. That could also be from the arrows. 1-5. So very interesting. We have a cold bolt, so let's go ahead and watch a couple more volleys come in. I'll just watch the Ichthyids at this point. And honestly, that did deal, those dive attacks actually dealt pretty significant damage here to this Ichthyid force, surprisingly. And it looks like from the attack skill of 9, they're having a lot of trouble hitting these Falcons back, especially the ones that are in the full squares here. Since they'll have a little bit of a bonus since they won't be harassed down as much now. The arrows are dealing damage to the Falcons into the Ichthyds, but I think at this point it's dealing more to the Ichthyds than the Falcons. So things are looking good for us. The Shaman ran away. Probably due to HP route, because it looks like the Commander's leaving these units. They're still in the game here. What's wrong with you? Why are you... Must get hit by something. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. So the troops are routing. Very, very nice. Cool. So we took 1 loss from the Camel, possibly from a cold bolt there. I bet that's what it was. So pretty good as far as loss to kill ratio there. So let's watch the next battle here. Yes, this is a battle. This is a battle with the Prophet in it. Now this has most of our elite soldiers. Probably wouldn't just be sending elite soldiers now that I've played them a few times. It'd probably be a mixture of Camel Riders and elite soldiers. But I'm telling you, elite soldiers, they get the job done though. And that is it. Let's see. No losses. Good. And we have a battle here in Bulgar World. Now, I think this is probably a ping. I don't think we had a third-party expansion here. Yeah, which is just a ping with a scout. And we're just seeing how much a lion tribe we have here. Because if you remember last turn, this was actually scouted at 110 lion tribe. So it's actually 74, which is still pretty high. We have a Mask of the Vampire, very cool. We also gained a lab, that is awesome. Something I'll show you, another thing that's pretty cool about this nation, I'll show you about the lab there. Very nice to get lab events like that, because now that you do have a lab event, You do have these hermits here that can be recruited out of any province that doesn't have a castle that has a lab instead. And these are actually really cool mages, but they are 4 turns to recruit since you do not have a castle here, and you cannot have a castle to actually make them. 125 gold, 13 research per turn. Um, Fire, air, earth, or astral random here. So you get a fire 2, you get air 2, you get a earth 2, or you get an astral 1. Honestly enough, if you get a lab event, or if you want to put up a lab, I mean, just having one of these guys come out every 4 turns early on, I mean, it's just 125 gold. Their upkeep's kind of steep, but normally enough in the early game here, you're going to be having a lot of extra gold, even though here, sure, we don't have a lot, but that's because we're making another Malika here. Uh, Honestly enough, if I wouldn't be making, I would, let's say, wouldn't agree with making Malikas this early on. I would say I would start production of Malikas around turn 12 to 15 once expansion ended, because at that point, once you had probably what, 10, probably 11, 12 Carib here, uh, more than likely you'll be hitting close to enchantment 4, getting ready for your first war. I mean, you really only need one of these Malikas here to cast flaming arrows for your first war. If you plan on thugging him stuff, you have to be careful. Uh, I really don't like thugging them. I mean, these are just really, really expensive units here. I thug a little bit in this game, but later on in other games, you will not really see me thug with these all too much. Yes, they are great mages here, but I don't know, 480 gold chassis that has 19 hit points, 2 turns to recruit out your capital. Oof, like it really hurts when you start to lose those. So we have a force coming out of the capital here, moving on to 49 to help out with expansion. We have a commander here that's going to go ping 33, which has heavy cav in it. We have the Prophet Army, which is going to go to 40, then probably 56 after that, 56 or 33. Honestly, probably 33 with his throne here. Other than that, we have the Camel Riders here moving over to 57 to pick up some more units and then smash into these barbs. Should be a pretty good fight here because, you know, no shields. We definitely do need to start taking these lands up here. I have a troop still sneaking northwards here to figure out who is our neighbor. Oh yeah, we don't really have that much gold. Mm, probably look like this if I was doing it now. In terms if I was doing this turn today, it would more look like that. I would also probably have a few. No, I wouldn't say a few more. I wouldn't be using Camel Riders to ping. I'd be using Scouts, which we're making one here. We're not making one here. So at this point, I mean, next turn we have 5 Camel Riders that will just be sitting there, even though we do have a Camel Rider moving from 65 over to 59. These are patrolling. We have the army, so these are picked up. These are going to get picked up. These are going to get picked up. We have someone patrolling here, so I assume we're making some. Yep, so those will be picked up. Not making anything there. How much could we make? Just one. Yeah, I would probably do it. Might not be worth the turn picking up 1 or 2 guys after a couple turns. So this was turn 7, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Things are going okay. I mean, 48 research. Could possibly be much higher, but it is what it is. We should have got this fella here back home, but we're going to keep him outside searching. Usually enough, I'll just leave a crib here in the capital researching, unless they had a little party they needed to take out. Because early on, the research points matter more than searching for 1 earth and 1 holy. Because once I get the Malikas out, around turn 12 and 15, they're going to be searching. I mean, more than likely, all of them, I mean, they're all going to have Earth 1, they're all going to have Holy 1, so if I go over here and search, I'm already doubling up on that, so his search was basically useless. I mean, yeah, we'll find something a few turns sooner, but, but we'd definitely be searching for air and fire at that point much higher, and then that's just a added on bonus there. Kind of high unrest there from that battle, 27. And these provinces, I mean, these are very high income provinces. We need to get rid of that unrest as fast as we can. So let's go ahead and go over to turn 8. Let's see what we have going on. Play game. Naba. Alrighty, so we finished our research and construction. That was level 2 construction for some basic gear. Finished research and alteration, going up to alteration 3, I believe. So let's watch the first battle here. Also didn't look at that gear we got last turn. I'll show you in a turn. Show you this turn. We have this elite soldier party here, still doing great work. I'd be doubtful if we took any losses. If we did take losses, it'd probably just be one. Oh, we lost Desert Warriors. Even if I forgot about them. Now I'm not surprised because they did have archers, I assume, firing against our Desert Warriors. Now this is a ping onto that Knight province there. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 6 heavy, that's probably heavy cav. Yeah, 6 heavy cav, then 2 Knight commanders here. Priest, interesting. A little bit of heavy infantry. Looks like 2 militia, maybe possibly light infantry. They're militia. Retreated successfully. Good. So we had an unexpected event. Ooh, that is not a good event there. God, that sucks. Got 5 air gems though, so that is very, very good. Ooh, that was our high pop province as well. That sucks. Lost about 10 gold per turn off that. So here we have all of the Camel riders here converging on 52. We'll be taking that this turn. We have 2 parties here, one being led by a Camel rider. We're leaving the Carib here to search, and the Prophet army is also going to be hitting this heavy cav province here. Now, I believe around turn 6 and 7, I should have mentioned this last turn, the nation that is actually positioned right here, we just saw his name, Cambodia. So that is part of his cap circle. I've already rushed M.A. Mickland, who is, which I believe M.A. Mickland is one of these provinces right here. One of these 4 provinces. I don't remember which. I think it's possibly one of these 2. One of these 2 right here. He has already rushed him down. I think he was already sitting on his cap, which is very, very unfortunate. As far as Cambodia goes, they are like these lizard kind of Dracon style nation here. And they have these Draken Guard here, which are 100 or 90 gold, 21 protection. They're very, very strong units. I believe he has a very, very strong bless to go along with that. So very, very dangerous. Interesting, these costs here. Forts are 50% more expensive. That sucks. But he has some very, very interesting units. One of them was like yeah, there it is. That one's summon allies, so he gets a lot of free chaff. Army healer. He has these very strong sacreds. I mean, he'll be able to fix afflictions on them. And he has it's not, I can't remember what this. He has these slave units here, which they have the experience, they have the promotion of things, so that's interesting as well. Yes, assassins, cool. Just taking a quick look at them. Very, very interesting here. Okay, so just want to update you on a little bit of the current game drama that we had going on. So let's go ahead and go on to turn 8. Let's look at the magic item we got. This is a very, very interesting magic item. Blood level 2 to make, or blood level 2, def 2, and it's going to be 10 gems and 10 slaves. Give you 23 protection, and it also gives you vampire drain, casting time 50, so it's a half a turn, well, it's 50%. Um, yeah, half a combat run to cast. So range 1, so you have to be right in someone's face. Fatigue cost of 20, damage of 5 matchless, armor negating, life drain. So you'll be able to heal off this, and it's 23 head prot. Very, very interesting item that we got there. Very luckily, very much considering putting on a Malika and going off, because I mean, having a having earth on it. I mean, you can do iron skin, misform, yeah, misform, um, because it's, hold on. You can't do mirror image if you have glamour, but you can do misform. That's what I'm thinking of. Fire shield, but fire shield's an enchantment, isn't it? No, fire shield must be an alteration. What? What? Are you? Yeah. Okay. I guess I just missed it. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. But fire shield is an enchantment. But you won't be able to do fire shield underwater, I don't think. But still, um, iron skin, stuff like that. Any kind of armor we can put on her. Any kind of AoE weapon that's going to be very, 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 very valuable for her. Probably be able to take some of these water provinces here. We do have the Shaman over here. Now, this does need a lab in a temple, but we're already building the lab currently. Temple will be coming down shortly, and that will be a water one for us. I mean, we wouldn't be able to get water one any other way other than indies or summons possibly. Um, this is going to allow us to make underwater items, which is going to be very, very valuable here early on because there are no underwater nations in here. My assumption is that Lemuria is going to be taking a whole lot of this territory, depending on, I mean, if somebody stops them, unless somebody stops them, and we will probably fight them for it. But over here we do see another nation that we are bordering. Now this is Itarenor. Now this is a very, very interesting nation, and we'll just take a quick look at them. I don't want to spend too much time. Spellcasting humans, reduced unrest on blood hunting up to 5 points per province, Dominion conflict bonus. Interesting. I didn't know they have a Dominion conflict bonus. Preaching and temples have no effect. Interesting. Dominion is spread through blood obelisk that are activated through blood slaves. How cool. A very, very interesting dynamic there. Blood BLS plus 2. You have a wisp. I assume is like a scout. Troops that have invulnerable. You have blood ones, air blood, fire blood, astral blood, assassins. Astral blood assassins. You have demons here, which is A3. No, it's S3, B3. Night Arcane. Limited recruitment. How much though? How many are you limited to? But they are invulnerable 15. They're probably very, very good expanders. Is everything limited recruitment? Yes, it is. Wow. Now they cast Lightning Bolt. They can cast Arcane Bolt, Firebolt, and they all have invulnerability. He's got Berserk. Weird. It's also Sacred. Leeching Touch, Agonizing Bolt, Hemorrhage. Wow. Very, very interesting nation here. Something you can definitely mess around with a lot. This is their gym income. Very, very interesting. Oh, they even get more. Very nice. Cool, cool. Interesting nation to see. I've never played against them. I've never seen them before other than this game. So that is very interesting. We do see here that they have kind of gone around their cap circle. I don't know. They more than likely they probably had an event that took this back, or they just don't want to fight shades. Um, possibly due to them having magic weapons attacks and stuff. They could have also gone over here and expanded. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to fight them in the darkness either. That is a rough one. They have the throne in their cap. That's why they really haven't came down here from looks of it. But we do need to hurry up and start taking this mess here, just in case. This is a huge province. 173 gold throne. 100 gold throne. 160. We got very, very lucky with these provinces around us. And then we come down here and it's 16, 22, 21. Yeah, so this is definitely the much more fertile area here. But there is a farmland here. But yeah, lots of waste it seems from everywhere else. We do see some enemy dominion. On scales, they took productivity order, cold, growth, and magic. Possibly Ohm, but I don't think he was done cold. Not Lemuria. Maybe one of these two nations. I don't think any of these four would have. Niflheim, maybe? Scales, Niflheim. Not Mickland. I if Ohm went any heat scale, if he went any scale, any temp scale, he'd probably go heat over cold. I don't think it'd be either one of the Pangeas, and I don't think it would have been well, it possibly could be Ermor, honestly. Could be Ermor as well. And we also are attacking at 32 here. Probably should have waited a turn because there's not many routes that he will be able to take out successfully. But, he's 20 gold. Oh well. So let's go ahead and end this turn. This was turn 8. Let's go over to turn 9. So we have a lot of battles here. We didn't find any magic sites. Let's go ahead and watch the first battle. This is just a ping. We're seeing what's in the province, and this is a lot of heavy cav here. Upwards, what, 32 heavy? No, not 32 heavy cav. Probably like 16 to 20 heavy cav. Maybe. Lots of heavy infantry. 16. Okay, 16 or 20. I don't know why I said 30 to begin with. Let's watch the second battle here in Swade. I think it's Swandi? I don't know. So this is a heavy cav province. Not as many, of course. But our troops do weather well against those lance charges. We have kind of decent HP, high prot. Didn't take any losses. Very good. Let's watch the battle here in Holoma. This is just a ping. So much heavy cav. So much heavy cav. But on the bright side, everything else. Look, those longbows. Yeah, those are longbows. And militia here. So as long as we can take out the heavy cav, that's all we have to worry about. And then we have a battle here in the Great Dunes here. And this is barbs. So we have a lot of stuff to, a lot of falcons here. Lots of arrows coming in. Even though we can't hit shit. But that's okay. The falcons might be able to help us out here. Barbs are taking a lot of damage. Few have already routed. Oh, man. The rest of them are routing. Well, one squad, the southern squad here, is routing. Northern squad hasn't routed yet. Oh, why Camel Rider so close? Has the commander routed? No, he is berserk at the moment. Going fast forward. Alrighty, there goes one. The other commander is still sticking in. Oh, they said they want some point blank shots on him. And there we go, guys. That was the barbarians gone. No losses on our part. Very, very nice. But that is a lot of Camel Riders we used. Possibly being able to split that group up. Oh, lots of gems there. Very nice for us. So it looks like we are splitting all of our camel riders out to different provinces here to pick up more units. We will have more than likely, if I remember, it was like 20 to 40 horse tribe here, so it's probably sitting around the 30 mark. Um, our camel rider should be able to take it out. Other than that, we are taking the horse tribe here in 27, kind of trying to lock off this farmland for our own. Um, Huge throne here, but more than likely a level 3 throne. Like Watchers, a monolith here. Yeah, it's probably a level 3. Level 2 here. Probably a level 1, possibly a level 1. Maybe a level, probably a level 1. But these are level 3 and 2. I'm pretty positive these are level 3 and 2. Yeah, we need to start working on the northern front here. I would like to try to take one of these two provinces just to kind of push farther south. But we do really need to start working on getting our provinces down here. Um, More than likely, now this here was going to be used in combination with the camel riders to take 32, while this prophet army keeps marching onward here. Probably 13 or 17, depending. Running low on the gold at the moment. It's because we're building a temple in 35 to go ahead and start getting underwater items. Now, if we do hit Conjuration 4, as you get some very nice underwater items in DE that allows you to take a lot of troops underwater. Might be rather useful for us. Kind of taking a look at all the stuff, all the gear we have. 62 research points, not the best, but we are trying. We're starting to get a decent amount of territory under our command here to 1,000 income. Not too shabby, but of course we want it much, much higher by the following few turns here. So that was turn 9. Let's head over to turn 10. What in the world am I doing? Alrighty, so we do have an independent attack this turn. So let's go ahead and watch these battles against the independents that we had. Now this is the Camel Riders versus the Horse Tribe. A lot less horse tribe than I thought. I thought this was 31. Maybe it was the other one that was the 31. But between the Falcons and our Camel Riders, we should be able to take these guys out relatively soon. I highly doubt that we didn't. Excuse me. And there we go. Shouldn't have taken any losses there, and we didn't. Let's see. Let's watch the second battle here. Now, this is the Prophet battle. A little more, but not too much more. We didn't take any losses. Let's watch the battle here in Bogatin. This is just a ping. What a interesting lake we have going on here. Oh, this is the throne. So there's sages here. A lore master. Interesting. But other than that, there's just militia, light infantry, archers, heavy infantry. This is definitely a level 2 throne. Lots of gems. My goodness, look at all these gems. 8, 12, 16, 8, 18, 22, 25. That's a 25 gem event, I think. It was just very, very fast. Probably could have miscounted by a few. Dry fields here. We were attacked by independents. Oh, this is a province that has all these camel riders. Oh, yeah. Good luck, wolves. You are not fast enough to make it here. Oh, and these they're dire wolves, aren't they? Yeah, dire wolves, they are not going to make it. I don't. Yeah, they didn't even make it out. So took on all of them and won as well. Very, very good. Okay, so what we're doing here, instead of going for 32 this turn, we are pulling these units back because we are consolidating here to start going after these northern provinces because we figured, both of these this Prophet army on the way back can probably take this, probably can take that. I'm sure the Camel Riders can come back a lot faster because I don't see anyone here. But I mean, we're pushing pretty far away from our cap at this point. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces away. We got very, very lucky on the expansion over here due to the fact that the throne cut them off. So possibly someone could have owned all this. Don't know where anyone else is at. Also, kind of a throne province type thing kind of cut this nation off from taking all this. So we got very, very lucky. But yes, Camel Tribe against Horse Tribe. And then we will have the Prophet Army against Heavy Infantry and Militia here. Definitely cutting us off a nice border here, followed up with a throne beside us. Kind of locked off a couple of thrones for us at this point in the game. So very, very nice. And this is all for turn 10. Anything else? Patrolling, we're making more units here and there. Recruiting you. Got a nice nature random here. Other than that, we're making grips. Researching. Figured we would have done something. Who knows? That was turn 10. Let's go to turn 11. Kind of a fast turn there. Oh. Okay, and now we see that we had a bump here. We also found a magic site, Earth Blood Seepage. Now this is a Earth 1 or 2 site. 2. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's watch the first battle here. Now this is Jotunheim versus Independence here. These all have a few sacreds, a prophet. These guys have regen against the horse tribe. Ooh, that's not good. So that we know that we're going to be fighting those guys with the camel riders. Not good. Hope we're able to rout them maybe. Things aren't looking so hot. They're racking up those afflictions though. Oh, they switched over to other forms. Oh my goodness, but these camel riders are jumping on them with those 17 damage scimitars. Oh my goodness. We're doing better than I thought. Ooh, that cold ore there from their sacred's not good. Prophet's killing a few. Oh, I'm so surprised that we took this one. We might catch the prophet as well. No, is that the prophet right there? Yes, it is. We might catch him. He's at 18. Are some of my boys routing? Yep, some of my boys are routing. Not all of them, though. Most of them, not all of them. Very, very interesting battle we had there. We lost 19 camel riders, but they did lose a lot themselves. I mean, these guys are 70 gold apiece, 100 gold apiece, 35 gold apiece. Ours are 22. So, they might have spent a little bit more gold than we did, but I definitely didn't want to lose half my camel riders. So we have a battle here. Now this is the prophet battle. Probably would have been a better fight if these guys ran into them. We just had more. These guys hit heavier, or a little bit heavier hitters, and that battle's over already. No losses again. Unexpected event plus unrest. Great. Earth gems, good. We're patrolling places before we have to move those troops. So yeah, I talked to Jotunheim or Jotunheim, however you want to say it. I talked to them. I believe we have a NAP 3 with them. Very, very nice. Decent border here. This is their capital right here. We can see it this turn. Oh, and we do have a lava lake here. So that is a extra fire and water per turn there. Very nice. Also spoke with this nation here. I said we have one province between us. I have no intentions of ever attacking you. Do you want a NAP 3? And it's this Antipicu nation. Not sure. They also have a lot of invulnerable units here. So very, very lucky that we did end up taking magic weapons on our bless. So we do have something to combat that along with this nation up here. My goodness, we'll talk about that in a minute. So very, very interesting. So now we have both of these armies here moving backwards. One moving here, one moving here. We're pulling all these camel riders together, it looks like, to reinforce this group here at 17 that just took those losses. More than likely we'll be pushing those into this Longbow Knight province here. Then maybe after that going for 56 or 51, depends. We do have a fairly few or a fair good amount of troops here in the capital at this point, 24. Might be pushing those guys to move up with the force here at the capital to go northward. Don't entirely remember. Other than that, this is what our recruitment is looking like, and these days it'd probably look more like this. Probably look more something along the lines of this here. Actually, no, we're running out of gold. Look like this. I don't know. There's a strong argument to be going magic weapons since that neighbor is there. Already have a nap with these two. This one's not coming over anytime soon because they're at war with another nation already. So very, very interesting predicament we have ourselves in here. And that's all for this one here. We do have a hermit here that was made this turn. Very, very nice. Glad we could do that. It's going to help increase our research speed just a little bit. Also a pretty good searcher. We do have the astral random one here. Also, they're pretty good. They are old age, but if I need a small item or anything along those lines, I could always use one of these guys. We will have a shaman here next turn. Very good. And that is all for turn 11. Let's go over to turn 12. Oh, actually, we forgot to talk about Olm. So we do see Olm over here. So we have an idea that Olm, we have that nation here. I assume Olm is over here since we do see another nation over here. Nihula, something along those lines, I think. I think they're over here in this section here. And then Olm is over here. So very interesting. We see a green dragon here. Pretty cool. We didn't see a battle, did we? No, we did not see a battle. Too bad. Wish I would have seen the chassis of that thing. Looks pretty dangerous. And that's all for turn 11. Let's go over turn 12, our final turn for the episode. Turn 12. There we go. I do have that All-Stars game I need to do. So they found our they found our little spy here. Looks like they were, no, they weren't patrolling. Our forces were beaten. Weird. So, we do have a pretty large force here. Grabbed a few more camel riders. We'll be hitting 86 this turn, so that is pretty good for us. We are starting to equip up one of our Malikas here, making a Mace of Eruption here in the AoE uh, item. Black Steel Helmet, Black Steel Plate, Kite Shield. That's probably for the second one. So then we do have another Mace of Eruption. We're using a lot of these gems here to try to get some early underwater provinces, guys. 64 income, 102. Well, we want to grab these things fast before other people are in the water. We will also be taking 32 this turn. Uh, Decent income. This is going to be great, guys. Our scales are going to love all these high income provinces that we own here. Made a few scouts this turn. Actually, made a lot of scouts this turn. Going off in every direction to really find out who we are beside. And I'd probably say in these days, as far as making scouts go, like I make a lot of scouts, and you'll see me make a lot of scouts in this game as well, just a little bit later on. But yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to see everything going on in this map. I mean, we just have such a easy or very available scout here that can be made in any province. We should know everything that's going on, which is quite interesting. Helps us keep up with Diplo going on in the game, current events, things like that. So that's very, very good for us. And that is our turn 12. We already watched the battles. We didn't really have anything. Dormant gods are awakening. Ours are imprisoned. We had a few unexpected events, so growth and income, unrest and magic, minus population, that sucks. Unrest, that really sucks. God. We take luck 3 and we get hit with all these bad events. And that's probably some of the scales coming over from this nation over here. A few bad ones. But most of our provinces do have luck in them, though. Ooh, there's a death scale there. We have to be mindful of that. Does anyone have a... No one has an affliction. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Alright guys, that was turn 12. I hope you enjoyed the game. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.